What is up, everybody? Marky here, and today I'd like to talk about some Nintendo Switch games that I think are really underrated and could use some love. Maybe these games you've played before or heard before, maybe on different consoles, maybe Nintendo Switch exclusives, but I think Nintendo Switch has some amazing titles and even older titles that I'd like to talk about today in the video. So if you guys enjoy this, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because I'd love to get into these games and maybe open your eyes up to a game that you haven't played before. So let's get right into it. So the first game I'd like to talk about on this list is an older game that you've probably heard of, and if you haven't, I would definitely go out. I know this game is on the eShop. It had a physical run from Limited Run Games, and then it's Star Wars Republic Commando. This game was released back in the Xbox. It was also released for the PC, and it was released back in the golden age of Star Wars video games. So it is an older title, but I think the portability of the Nintendo Switch, the fact that you can play this kind of anywhere, and kind of the graphics just fit perfectly with the system. It's such a joy to play, especially on the go with the Switch. You're the boss, and your name is actually Boss, but you're the boss of a clone commando squad, and you kind of go, and the campaign is really just fantastic. It's definitely got a really awesome mood of the game. You're going through these levels, you're fighting droids and Geonosians and different enemies that you see throughout the Clone Wars, throughout Star Wars, and it's just such a fantastic experience. Like I said, the campaign is so amazing. You have your squad mates, and they each kind of excel at certain things. So you have a sniper, or somebody who can play explosives, a tech guy that can slice and hack things, and so you're commanding your troops and your little clone commando unit, and you're telling them to do different things. So not only are you fighting enemies, but you're also kind of giving your clone commandos orders to try to get the best out of them. And I don't know, it's just such a great experience, and I think just having it on the go, having that portable experience on the Switch just fits the game perfectly. So if you've never played this game before, I highly recommend grabbing it for the Switch, because I think, especially if you're a Star Wars fan, if you've never played this game before, I think you'd really enjoy this. And this is definitely a must-have, underrated game for the Nintendo Switch. So the next game I want to talk about on the list is definitely a change of pace from Star Wars Republic Commando, and that is Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. This game is actually a remake of the original Crash Team Racing, and then it includes elements from Crash Team Nitro Kart, or Crash Nitro Kart. So two games kind of in one here. The reason I like this game is it's definitely a steep learning curve. There are a lot of functions within the racing that is very specific to this game. Power sliding is huge in this game, and it really takes some effort to kind of get good at that power sliding. Once you do, it's very rewarding. I also love the customization. The Crash characters are really just awesome. There's so many different karts that you can choose from, and color schemes, a lot of unlockables. Now the unlockables are a little frustrating. There originally were microtransactions with this game, and they're still prevalent here, but I think because there's so many characters that you can unlock and different customization things to choose from, honestly, for me, it doesn't really hinder the experience at all. I think the reason this game really shines is in its gameplay. There's so many different modes that you can do. There's a great campaign mode that can be definitely challenging, and I appreciate that. But there's also, just a lot of different game modes, and there are characters to unlock here for sure through playing the game, which I think is just so awesome. So I don't know, if you're a fan of racing games, and maybe you're sick of just playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and you want a new experience, I would definitely highly suggest this game. It's very addicting. Like I said, the campaign is fantastic, and it's a very loyal remake of Crash Team Racing. If you've ever heard of that game for the original PlayStation 1, I think they did a great job remaking this game and kind of updating it to today. The portability on the Switch 2 is really great. The graphics, I think, look fine. I mean, this game was originally, made for the PlayStation 4 and to a lesser extent the Xbox. So the graphics ported over from the Switch, I think, look fine. And yeah, I mean, you can take it anywhere to go, which is great. Another kart game that you can play on the go. So definitely recommend Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Fantastic kart racer. And finally, rounding out our list for today is Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin. I mean, there was a time I was addicted to this game. I mean, it's just a fantastic game. It's a monster collecting game in the vein of a Pokemon, but it has its own twist to it. The battle mechanic system is definitely different from anything that I have played, especially in a monster collecting game. And it's just such a fantastic take on the Monster Hunter series. I mean, the graphics on the Switch are so colorful, and the art style is just beautiful to look at. There are so many different monsters that you can tame and team up with, and each level, each area has its own partner that you team up with, and it's a computer controlled partner, and they have their own, obviously, monster that they bring with them into battle. And I don't know, I really like that aspect of the game. I think it's really cool because it's just interesting to team up with a computer and kind of see what they do and match up with them and try to match what they're doing. And I don't know, this game was just really good. If you're into monster collecting, this is kind of a must-have. And like I've kind of repeated, in my other games, the portability is fantastic. Even in, handheld mode, this game looks so good, and it's just such a good game. And coming out, I mean, I didn't really hear too many people talk about it. Obviously, this game was featured in some directs, and obviously Monster Hunter is a big series for sure. But I don't know, I feel like Monster Hunter Stories got overlooked for the Switch. And yeah, I mean, this game is really good. I don't know. I don't know what else I can say. I don't want to spoil too many things. But yeah, if you're into monster collecting or you want to get into the genre, this is really good. Has a lot of really great JRPG elements. Yeah, like I said, the art is really good. The character designs are fantastic. There's a lot of customization, like I said, not only with the monsters that you can collect and the way you battle with those monsters, but there's also a lot of different outfits that you can have, and those outfits add defense and different abilities to your character, which is cool too. So yeah, I can't recommend this game enough. I mean, this game is just such a good game. So this is the last on my list, and definitely not the least. It's fantastic. So yeah, Monster Hunter Stories 2, definitely recommend picking up for your Switch. So that kind of rounds out the list. I didn't want to do too many games because I just want to see if you guys are interested in this stuff. Maybe I'm just talking about games that you already know about or have for different systems. But like I said, I just want to see how this video does, and if you guys do enjoy this content, then I'll definitely make more. But yeah, I mean, I really just love exposing people to maybe Switch games that they haven't played yet, and then in return, definitely comment down below some games that you recommend for the Switch, and I'll maybe I played before or maybe I haven't, and that would be really awesome. So definitely comment down below some Switch games that you highly recommend, and I would love to try them out, especially if I haven't yet. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Have a good one, guys. Peace.